So, today, I wanted to talk a little bit about love. It's one of the first concepts we are taught, no matter what background we come from. However, it seems to be one of the hardest things for us to focus on. Where did it all start? I mean, obviously, in the beginning, there was God, but he dedicated so much time and power to creating entire universes, displaying his majesty in everything from grand mountains to the smallest blade of grass. But for what? This omnipotent being who has more power than what we can even fathom created all of this for us. All because of love. God held so much love within him, he created an entire world with billions of people for him to love, and for them to love him back. Skip forward a few years, and Jesus is born to Mary and Joseph, a little baby boy born to be the literal embodiment of God, of love. John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life. And what a beautiful gift of love that is. So Jesus was here, and the more he grew, both literally and in popularity, certain people began to fear him, and so seemed to hate him. But he loved them. He loved them all. He loved the Pharisees, the doubters, the lepers, the children, all of those who were shunned or otherwise considered inferior by society, all the while saying to them, you are a child of God. You are a child of one true King. You are loved, so go the same. You see, in love he was born, in love he lived, and in love he died. The Pharisees asked Jesus what the most important commandments were, and the answer was relatively simple. Love God, love others, love yourself. Now I'll split this into 3 parts. First, love God. Within this, avoid evil, spread the message, stay humble, pray. All of these are extremely important on their own, but the one that really stands out is prayer. We've had several beautiful sermons highlighting the importance of prayer, so I'll make this quick. You can receive miracles, things that make everybody scratch their heads and ask, how? Or you can use it to ask for smaller things, like getting over a bad case of test anxiety. You can use it to give thanks, to connect with God in such a perfectly intimate way, or you can promise dedication. I still remember the day I prayed to God and gave myself to him as whatever he needed me to be. And to this day, that is the most powerful moment in my life. Of course, sometimes prayers can feel empty or blank. You can feel like you're talking into a phone with nobody on the other end, but I promise, even if he doesn't act immediately, he's there. He hears you. He feels your pain and your joy and your guilt and excitement. With this, how could you not love God? And he created galaxies, every star and planet in our solar system. Look around. The world is the most beautiful thing. How could you not love God? And he created people, trillions upon trillions of them. And he told us to love all, not just the ones who are good to us and those we trust, but also those who have wronged and hurt us, those who abuse us, those we hate, make us uncomfortable, even those the Bible condemns, especially them. You see, in the Bible it also says, judge not lest ye be judged. We are not here to hate or judge people or tell them they're going to hell. We are here to love them, to accept them with open arms no matter what they're like, and show them that Christ's way is not fear and punishment, but it is love and bliss. And honestly, think about it. Look around you. Each person is so beautifully complex in their own way. Each person has their own story, and we get to be a witness to any of them that we choose to. How amazing is that? Of course, the love Jesus speaks about is not necessarily an emotion, but rather an action. So go out of your way to help that stranger. Smile at the person that nobody talks to. Have full conversations with people who love to talk. Donate time and money. Give everything you have to give. Not necessarily because it makes you feel better that you did something nice, but because you made that person's day that much better. You had an effect on them that you can't even. You don't know how much your kindness paid off. But in a way, isn't that what God wants? Give and love endlessly, not for our own satisfaction, but for his. Lastly, you have to love yourself. This is oftentimes the hardest one. Additionally, Jesus' teachings don't directly lead to it, but you have to do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And if you want to love others, kind of got to know how to love yourself. And after all the love you give to God and give to others, you may feel like you've given so many pieces of yourself away that there's nothing left for you. But you have that peace deep within yourself. Only then can you truly give, share the word, and be his hands and feet. Love is that one puzzle piece you need to complete the picture. And without it, the picture barely even makes sense. Obviously, there's a fine line between self-love and vanity, but you have to respect yourself. See your own value and worth, and carry on through life with confidence and an open mind. Go after what makes you a brighter person, and hold on to that as you shine. These 3 types of love are not only going to please God, but please you as well. Sometimes, living life with an open heart can hurt us. We all know how that feels. But in the more bonds you form with God, with others, with yourself, the happier you will be. The love that you project onto you, and you will never feel alone. Love. It's so simple yet so difficult, but isn't that what it's all about? Go and open your eyes to things that were made beautifully and lovingly by him, through him, and for him. See how truly glorious it is. The world is filled with beauty, light, and love. Our only job is to accept that.